I'm talking about the 22-year-old say, man, I go to work. I work 8 hours a day, sometimes 10 hours a day, and then I come home, I'm tired. But even before I come home, I got to go to the school and put in a couple hours at night. And it's easy to say, okay, this is too much, I can't help it. It's easy to say, I want to take some time away. I want to take some time off. It's easy to feel like it's not working like I want to, especially when you have a course that's 5 years long. But you got to be able to reach deep down inside and pull up the tenacity, summon your inner strength. You got to operate with mental toughness. You got to be stronger in your opposition. You got to be stronger in the temptation to quit and the temptation to give up. You got to be stronger in the weight and the stress and the pressure and the frustration and the anxiety and everything else that you're feeling in your soul. You got to be stronger in that. That's what mental toughness is. Mental toughness means to have a mindset to outlast whatever challenge and whatever circumstances that surfaces in my life. You got to take that thing and keep on achieving. There's going to be times where things are going to get better for you. But it doesn't get better right away, right? You got to keep fighting. You got to keep working. You got to keep putting in the time. You got to keep getting up morning after morning. You got to keep coming here night after night. You got to keep going. In my own personal life, I've had some tragedies. I've had some challenges. I've had some setbacks. I felt like quitting. I felt like giving up. I've had people to die in my life that I love. I've had times where I was homeless, eating out of trash cans, sleeping up under an old tree. I've had times in my life where I was addicted to cocaine at the age of 13. I've had times in my life when I was in prison and didn't know what to do, didn't know what my future would be like. But one day I determined that I am not going to be controlled by my past, by my mistakes, by my failures. I'm not going to be controlled by depression in life. I'm not going to be controlled by my history. I'm going to set for myself a goal. I want to develop aspirations, and then I want to give it everything that I have to give to accomplish my goals and my dreams. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm traveling the world, speaking around the world, encouraging people to believe in themselves and to reach their dreams. And if Rico can come from the street where he was homeless, eating out of trash cans, to having his own worldwide television show, mentoring NBA athletes and NFL athletes, then surely you can accomplish whatever goals that you have and whatever dreams that you have. You see, ladies and gentlemen, you can accomplish graduating and going out there and building yourself the career that you always dreamed of and always believed you deserve. It's hard, but do it hard. When it gets tough sometimes, yes. When you feel like quitting sometimes, yes. When you feel like this is too difficult, yes. When you feel like screaming, yes. When you feel like parking on the side of the road and just sitting there not knowing if you should go into the school, yes, you're going to have those moments. Mr. Murphy is going to show up. Things are going to happen. The bomb's going to fall out sometimes. But it's at that moment that you show the world who you are. It's at that moment that you determine, I am not a quitter. I'm somebody who was born to be a winner. In 1954, there was this belief that it was impossible to run a mile up under 4 minutes. It seemed physically and humanly impossible. But in 1954, this gentleman comes along named Roger Bannister. Roger Bannister ran the mile up under 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Many people tried it before he did and couldn't do it. Many people felt like it was humanly impossible. But when Roger Bannister accomplished running the mile in less than 4 minutes, he established a new belief system for a lot of people. And everybody who came behind Roger Bannister believed that they could run a mile and run a mile in 4 minutes. And they did. And they did, ladies and gentlemen, including high school kids. You see, there's this tree that grows in China. It's called the Chinese bamboo tree. And this tree, you have to plant the seed in the ground and water and fertilize that seed for 5 long years before there's any results. 5 years, you're going out to your garden and put water and fertilizer in an area that seemed like there is no evidence that anything exists. 5 years of saying, I know it's going to happen for you. 5 years of saying, I know I planted a seed. 5 years of convincing yourself it's still there. 5 years of telling yourself one day it's going to happen. And then after 5 years, this Chinese bamboo tree grows within 5 weeks to be 90 feet tall. You see, that's how it is sometimes in life when you're working on something that's very important to you. When you're trying to save money, when you're trying to build your own business, when you're trying to get a degree, when you're trying to graduate with a vocational training. Sometimes it's going to take 5 years. Sometimes it may take 10 years. Sometimes it may take longer than that. But you got to stay the course. And you have to tell yourself that I know I'm going somewhere with my life. I know something big is going to happen on my behalf. And even though I don't see the results right now, even though I don't have any manifestation, even though there's no evidence, and people are questioning my investment, my time, my energy, my purpose, my focus, my goal, I know I planted that bamboo tree in the ground. And I know after a while, it's going to sprout up. After a while, you're going to see the fruit of your labor. After a while, you're going to cash that check at the bank. After a while, you're going to build your dream home from your career, from your investment, from your time. After a while, you're going to drive the car you want to drive. After a while, you're going to be able to travel the world and do what you want to do with your life. After a while, you're going to see your dream come to fruition. But you can't quit. If it takes 5 years, do it. If it takes 5 years, commit to it. And when you commit to it, commit to your commitment. Dedicate yourself to something that is big and important, something that is vital, something that is precious, and call it imperative. Make it urgent that you stay the course. Promise yourself that you will not give up. Promise yourself that you will not give up on you. Promise yourself that you will not quit on your dream. If other people walk off from you, you don't need to walk off from you. If other people don't believe in you and don't believe in your dream, you must stay the course. You must remain faithful to you. You got to believe that it's going to happen for you. Are there going to be times where you hear about other people who quit? Yes. Some of you may know some people that gave up on their dream. They gave up too soon. They gave up too early. Listen, you must be willing to do today things that others won't do, so that you can have tomorrow things that others won't have. You must be willing to give to life the attitude that you want to live by, and life will give to you the gratitude you want to die by. There will be times where you have to take sacrifices, and there will be times when you're going to have to stay the course, and it feels like it's all in vain. But I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, that if you stay the course, you will come out on top. And one day you'll be able to retire knowing that you've accomplished what you were placed in this earth to accomplish. Dream, but don't dream small. Dream big. And I'll leave you with this. Always reach for the moon. Because even if you miss, you will land along the stars. Always be willing to aim high and hit nothing rather than to aim low and hit everything. Most people fail in life not because they aim too high and miss, but because they aim too low and hit. Always be willing to be on top because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. Understand that tough times don't last always, but tough people do. And when the going gets tough, tough journey, tough electricians gets going. Be willing to do today things that others don't do, so that you can live a life tomorrow that others won't live. Walk not in the shadows of those who admire, but discover your own passion and dare to aspire. For then you will realize your greatness and live a life that inspires. And understand that other and you will be so. It's going to be hard.